What is going on? What is up? What up? There we go. A little bit of a hum. So we got the MPC to work with Ableton. Yeah. Yep. Pretty big feat today. I'm super stoked about not giving up on myself, and learning how to use a piece of equipment is important. Yep. Gotta be a nerd. Gotta be a nerd. Well, it is and we're live. Yeah. I don't even know if I want to do this live stream. Yeah, we're going to do it. All right. This is a song I've been working on. No idea what I'm going to call it. But there was a process with this particular song. Yeah. Started with this track, which isn't actually on it. This track, and then there's a bass line behind it. So it's chops, a bass, and then drums on top of that. From the PSR EW300. sounds really good. Phasing going on because I doubled it on this track. It's not the bass, and the bass was played on Grace too as well. I got my haircut done yesterday, right? He's like, "You're all set, Poppy." Poppy. He called me Poppy. This is Spanish or Latino, I believe is the correct term. But I think he's Spanish, just by the way that he talks. Okay, so that is a track I've been working on. And it's a lot of guitars. Yeah. And then this, the bass, and then the sample chops from the MPC. Using it as a percussive instrument is interesting. That's what it's for. And then some finger work. I like it. Own it. I need some more coffee. Y'all gonna have to chill out. I'm gonna close this thing for a second. Hello. What is up? What is going on again? Okay, so we do have the audio set up, right? That's good. Check your gear. Seems like it's working. The audio capture device is capturing the microphone. My gear. So I sampled the song. Chopped it up. Yeah. like how that sounded. More coffee. I woke up with a headache. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't normally wake up with headaches. Yeah, so I think we were talking about how I got Ableton to work with the MPC. There's a certain reason why I would want that. As a MIDI device, the MPC has a way of cutting up things on a really specific level of I don't know how else to say this, but if you were to use a metronome and captured everything on a metronome, would it be different than using a loop to hear things? So I tried and this is for all the beginners that are out there. There are things that you need to kind of understand about technology and how they communicate. There's a lot of things that I can do with the control device. It depends on what it is. You know, it could be my piano, right? It could be the looper. It'll never be my guitar, though, unfortunately. So anything that's played with a guitar has to be spot on or close to what you want it to sound like in designing a composition, you know? Like, I didn't start with the drums, I ended with the drums because the guitar line is the rhythm. Okay? Right. So, but then the loop that you've tracked becomes an instrument with the MPC as a sampler. So there's this. Yeah, like using it as using the track. Using the samples as a percussive instrument typically works if you have any form of finger rhythm. Luckily, I have an ear for certain things as well. But trying to do that over and over again is monotonous. And but there are ways that you can use the MPC to write percussive sampling. Percussive sampling. Yeah, because a sound is only a certain little bit of whatever it is that you're capturing. And the next pad hitting that triggers the next pad. So when you're sampling, there's a way to be on rhythm as far as how the song goes, and it captures certain things like kick drums. Boom, boom, boom. Right? There's like mainly I hear the cymbal. This one I hear the tap. But it's the guitar sound. Clean. So that's grace. Me playing something, capturing on the loop, and then sampling it. That's a whole nother ball game, because there's ways to get the MIDI information from the MPC. But there's multiple ways of doing it. Yeah. Just again, have to make sure that everything is set up with a certain tempo, or it won't work. Yeah. So there's a way to capture a whole composition before the composition is over. Right? That's what I was studying this morning and last night. Yeah. And then using Ableton can trigger certain things too as well. But if you had two recordings going at the same time, one of the actual track that's being played out of the MPC, this part that one chop sampled, if it's played on the right rhythm and right tempo, you can use it as an auxiliary track or loop in this case. So it's a loop on a loop on a loop on a loop in a way. That's a pretty powerful way of writing, because you're empowering your listener to hear certain things at certain points. You know? Like, I wouldn't just start with the drums. I wouldn't just start with a beat. You know? Makes no sense. Depending on how complicated it is, maybe you'd want people to hear it first. You know, like you come in kind of strong, like with it, you know. Yeah. You come in real strong. Talk to a PhD today. Just came from a bat mitzvah. The bat mitzvah. What up? What up? Shout out to my homie Lynn. Yep, we're going to shout him out. Talked to him this morning. He's doing really well. Excited. I wanted to share with him like what I was doing, and he was just like, whoa. Okay. I made it simple for him. And this thing over here is now controlling this thing. Yeah. Yep. It was a great effort. But I have to give it to God, though, because I prayed over it to figure out what setting I needed to change to get Ableton to be triggered. And there's a way to do it. And I figured it out. Yep. I figured it out. There's 38 sample tracks in here on one project. I hope I'm not running out of room on this thing. I have to export certain stuff. Yeah. There's a lot of tracks that I've sampled. Just a collection, you know, making it easier instead of using the arranger at all. I make my own arrangement. Yeah. Yeah, it's a interesting thing. So we are going to probably have a new track coming out. I want to say Sunday because I won't be able to get it out. It'd be like Sunday night. Yeah. Or I could do it live. Oh, what am I thinking about? G.Bennett.music. It's interesting how to a finger drum. I'm not a finger drummer. I'll never say that I am, unless I get really, into it. I don't think the MPC, I think for me, is a way to sample, but it's also a way to use certain samples that you get out there to give you inspiration. Yeah, there's a lot of music that you can do that with, but you gotta feel the music and tempo. I think that's why people originally with the MPC and still do take tracks from old records. Like just old records, whatever it may be. It could be, like Aretha Franklin or something like that. Giving homage to a great, or even Ella Fitzgerald. Ella. Oh, well. I wish I could play some of her stuff. I'm going to probably do that. We've been on here for 49 minutes or so. Yeah, and we just owned it.
G.Bennett.